everybody, come on in. Let's see if notifications went out. Hopefully they did. Yes. Hello, hello. Come on in, folks.
Did you have any additional calls on a grass day on George Friday?
So, we'll be discussing a few different things.
Following a structure, following a communications plan. Admin Blue 12, Command Net U 18 direct, Primary Tech B9 direct, Secondary Tech B10 direct. Rick is LA County Rick.
Y'all are stuck with me. Apple's home with the grandbaby. I'm gonna stop real quick for a second. So I can try and find something real quick here. I know I put it in here. There we go. Vegetation fire. All right. All right. So anyways, here, let me shut this off because I don't want to get nixed. Sorry about that. The for yes, it's definitely way beyond time for finding the boys. Okay, but you know, there's a lot of rumors that are going around. You know, there's a lot of rumors, lots of rumors, okay? One of the rumors that's going around is about Sherry Vasquez. That's actually becoming a very large talked about item. And the lady has stated she is not the mother of Jacqueline. She, you know, that was discussing about me and about how apparently, yes, I was one of the first news entities, but you had KGT and you had the other channel that was there also. But people are trying to lump everybody under me. I do not control everybody like certain individuals want people to think. AV News Crew is AV News Crew. We do have other entities that we work with. That's 100% correct. So, you know, as far as that goes, no, I'm not in charge of the case. I was never in charge of the case. Hi, Purple Knights. People need to just quit deflecting from this case. You know, the more drama that's brought around this case, the harder it's going to be to solve this case for anybody. And for all the drama that's out there, hey man, if any of you want to have drama in your version of the case, you know, please keep it on your side, because myself, I do not want the drama. I want facts and only facts. That's why if people come to me after so many times of somebody telling me that somebody said something, I am going to speak up, and I'm going to find out if the statement is true or false. At least I will do the best of my ability to figure that out. But I will not allow people to come on and give all kinds of stories. You know, come with facts. You know, that's what it's all about. I mean, people think it's about the money, money, money. I can guarantee one thing, folks. I have spent probably 4 or 5 times, maybe even, actually probably more than what's been made off of this case, on this case. So in regards to the ignorant comments about people saying that, oh, woo, it's all about the money. Hey, come on, pay my bills, pay my gas bill, repair my vehicles, pay for my food. You know, that's what it's about, folks. If you want to be worried about what I'm doing and think I'm in charge, hey, if I'm in charge, pay my bills for me, please. Other than that, you know, it's all about the boys. My understanding is this lady, Sherry Vasquez, is not Jacqueline West's mother. My understanding, the individual that is Jacqueline West's mother is the individual that was driving that white SUV that brought the children for a visitation with the eyelashes. And that, I would say, was confirmed that that is her mother, because even law enforcement stated that, because it was questioned in regards to the fact of who the lady was and was she DCFS, before I put up the video of her shrugging her shoulders when she was asked if she was DCFS, and she shrugged her shoulders like maybe, maybe not. And yes, that I did not even put that video up until after I saw that vehicle parked there, and I'm gonna say probably at least 10 people told me while I was there that that vehicle belonged to Jacqueline West's mother. And then I made sure you could not see the children's faces, because I don't show children's faces like that unless they are the actual children that are missing.
So you get over the access to traffic?
Oh no, she spoke English. She did speak in English. But the fact is we need facts on this case, people. You know, I mean, I don't even like mentioning other YouTube channels, because when you mention other channels, you wind up in the center of that drama. Yes, Jacqueline's mother is a foster parent, and she brought her foster children to the house to visit during this investigation, days after this investigation started. And it wasn't just once, it was twice. The second time she took them in through the back door. And they tried stating, you know, that They tried saying that maybe she was there to get clothing. Clothing for who? The other children were already taken into protective custody. And, you know, my thoughts, that lady does need to be looked into. She needs to be looked into on the foster care side of it. Because nobody, even if it's your child, you're not. If you have foster children, you know those papers that you sign. You state that you are going to take care of those children and keep them out of danger. I don't know if she fostered, but there so far, even if she did foster Jacqueline, there's legally no way that you can find out unless somebody opens their mouth or shows you the papers illegally. Because even when if you go to the court, okay, I'll give you guys a little heads up. Even if you go to court, if your DCFS worker asks you to go to the courthouse and get a copy of, say, a permanent legal guardianship paper, okay, you sign a document to get that paper stating you will not share it with anybody else, including DCFS. So, I mean, people that are, there's so many people that say they have all this paperwork. I've been given a lot of paperwork. I appreciate it, folks, but I have to go through and I have to decipher on what I'm willing to put into the file, so-called file. If CPS is not involved, they need to be involved in this case. And we still have not gotten any legal answer, which I don't think we will until somebody is arrested or charges are filed on somebody about the other two children, because law enforcement has Bakersfield has not said if the kids are bio, foster, or what. And they said they will not release that information also. The only ones they would talk about are the two missing toddlers because they are adopted and it's their case. But we've been given so many different stories in regards to the others. Be released. The only people that can get those papers, okay, is the child can receive them after they're, I want to say 13 or 14, and the foster parents or adoptive parents can get them, but DCFS or attorneys, they have to go request that paper themselves. I just went through this because everybody's all blah, blah, blah. Oh, all my 7 foster kids. No, I have 3 biological. I had 4 fosters. Okay. The last foster child, which is 16, 6'2", is now, I have permanent legal guardianship of him, and I've had it for years. So all the ignorant comments for all the people on all the little channels, there you go. I just recently went and got a copy of it to have for my own files. And by the way, those files, like for legal guardianship and so forth like that, when it becomes finalized, that paper has to be certified. You can't just go in and get a copy of it. It's got to be certified. Fill out the paper. It cost me $42 for one piece of paper. And, so I have serious questions. I mean, there's a question I never put out there, okay? But I really do want to know, because something just ain't right, You have Jacqueline and Trezell that they had no real proof of income. No real proof of income, okay? There's no proof of income whatsoever. But they were able to adopt these children and buy a home. To me, that is extremely illogical to let that happen. I don't understand why they would allow them to foster and adopt all these children if they have no source of income. It's why, it is, yeah. Everything about it is illogical. It makes no sense. I mean, anywhere from the fact of the adoption, foster care, to them being lost. It all makes no sense.
Lancaster 111 Adam, handle 111 David, assist 242 488, report 442190, highway number 147 at Show Park. Daughter, email 20 needing the call to confirm property damage.
Oh, let's go see what's going on over here. And this right here may be, oh man. The call that came out over here, let's hope this isn't true, but somebody made a call about children in a car, like a possible 1 or 2 year old child in a car with no parent in the vehicle. And this is how people wind up in foster homes. This is how children wind up in the foster homes and in the system.
5 Victor John Tom 705. And that's a returning clear expired 0918 of 20 on a 2006 Nissan 4-door. And that's going to be returning with the release liability to the Terry Terrell, 442270 Eaton Avenue, out of Lancaster. 111 Adam.
But let's see what happens here. But this call came out as an individual was in the store, left the children in the car, and I hope this ain't true, because of where they're at. They're at a sex shop. I won't zoom in because I'm not going to put up license plates.
Engine 165, squad 163, push back conscious. 4023 Broadway Street, California Avenue.
Justin, you can call me on the 456-6978 number.
Clock 54 Chesapeake, 1005 Pinehurst Avenue, Three Boulevard.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a no-go. Well, that's a plus. That's a blessing if that's what it is, folks. So, I'm going to back out of here. That's a plus. At least, hey, even though it wasn't true, at least one thing. Somebody saw the children and called in. That's the big thing here, folks. That's Big Rich right there, folks. That's Big Rich. See him? This is our other voice.
They started talking shit to me right now.
Who the? Oh.
What the fuck were you filming with yelling at the cops right there?
Oh, okay. That's all right.
They can't fucking film me without my
Just driving around now. Hey, actually, hold on, folks. Hello, love my freedom. Love my freedom. Would you do me a favor and ask your mister to call me on the 456 number? I'm just so happy that that was actually not a true child neglect.
I guess we'll work towards what with your
Sorry about the window, folks. It's kind of dirty. And the missus did buy a new holder for the phone. So hopefully I'll get that put in tomorrow. And we'll start using that one tomorrow. It's supposed to stabilize it a lot. And it'll actually bring it closer to you also. Eventually I will have it hooked up to where we will be running off of like a small Sony camera into the computer, where at some point we should be able to once we do that, we should be able to zoom in, we should be able to Justin, you talking about the vehicle? Well, I wanna be able to have all of our vehicles. Hey, you know what? I gotta tell you, cops are human beings. They're just like all of us, But if you think about it, I wouldn't want to be a cop because of what they go through. What they see on a daily basis.
21 AIQ and AL.
If I were to be a cop, I would probably wind up in jail myself, because I kind of I get a hot temper. Oh, Justin, I asked if it was in regards to the vehicle versus structure.
Spent 158, cancel your response. Spent 158, cancel.
You know, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's been a little bit since that happened, and they ran from the scene, so there's not going to be a lot there to see. Hold on a minute, folks. Hold on.
279
All
Baldwin
right.
Avenue.
All right, I'm back, folks. Hello, hello.
Hey, I'm gonna run to the house. You gonna be out for a while?
Yeah, I'll be out for a little bit, man.
Call me if any, or I'll keep the text message open.
All right, cool. All righty, man.
Careful.
Yep. And by the way, hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
BLS 20220. That's not a big.
But, you know, I will go over. We can start from, I mean, now here's a question, folks. I have a whole lot of small, short videos. Okay? I mean, a lot of them. Hundreds of them. That could be anywhere from 15 seconds to 20, 30 minutes in regards to the missing boys, Orrin and Orson. And I mean, it'll take quite a while to do it because I'm gonna have to go in and put it in line by the way it came to, and then do a narrative about the whole situation. But I'm really thinking about releasing it because there's footage that a lot of people have never seen. You know? But the bottom line is we need to, you know, I'm on deck, you know. I may not come on every day and say, hey, I got a new piece of information on this story, because there is no new information. And I know there's a lot of channels out there that go on every day and they talk every day for hours. But if there's no new information, why would you want to pull basically, I guess you would say, false narrative? Hi, Apollonia. Hi, babe. You know, I can't. I won't do that. But I am really thinking about having all the videos edited together and go in and do a little, like a small documentary in regards to it from day one, because of all the, I mean, the day that Ryan came, the day of the interview, okay, I'll give you guys here's a little information that a lot of people don't know. Okay, Ryan went over and she actually knocked on the door. But there was no screaming and yelling or any sort, like people want you to think. That did not happen. They spoke. The person that they actually, I'm going to tell you, the person that they have the best rapport with, from my point of view, is Perla Shaheen. Has the best rapport with the adoptive parents. But there was no argument between them and Ryan, okay? And then a little time later, Perla went over, she spoke with them again, and then they came out and they did an interview. And the interview was done before the Bile family had words with the adoptive parents. But I'm going to say there was quite a few channels that went and they took and they put the footage backwards. They talked about the footage backwards. Some of them used my footage, and some of them use KGT, and some of them use, you know, different people's footage. But a lot of them took it and reversed it. And by reversing it, what they tried doing was what they were trying to do was trying to make the biological family looked like they were nasty, angry individuals. But that's not how it went down. The first person to get upset about their interview was myself. Because they're gonna be rambunctious. They're gonna have bruises because they like to wrestle. And then on top of that, we get it all played out. And that is when I actually, it was, my bad. I shut my camera off. I should have left it on. And I should have had my camera that day on the tripod, but I didn't. I did turn around and I walked away for a minute. And then after I walked away for a minute, it sunk into everybody over there the fact that they said it all played out. Slang for it all played out, that's basically saying the crime happened during this time. That's what that really means. And then they weren't nasty, they weren't threatening them, they were asking them why they didn't take proper care of the children, how did it happen, and told them that those children were left in their custody to be taken care of.
K145, 161.
But, and then, we know, and think about it. You got the fact that, okay, he searched the house for about 40 some odd seconds when he found out the boys were gone, okay? Searched the house for about 40 something seconds. Then he drove around for, I think it was another 6 minutes. Then he sat for another 10 or 11 minutes before calling 911. So that to me is big flaw number one in the case, okay? Then you have their interview where they state how they put the boys outside so they could wrap presents. Well, my understanding is there was one present per boy in that home, and it was wrapped. So why did they have to put those two boys outside? They didn't. So that right there is another big red flag, And then he said he was grabbing firewood. Well, what he was grabbing, you couldn't make a fire. You could make a fire, but you could not make a warming fire. There's no way. It was kindling. Within minutes, that fire would have been out. It would have been burnt that quick. Okay. He said they were playing on the patio. That, if it was warm outside, that would be understandable. But it was cold.
114, Henry, go ahead.
Oh my God, stop it. Mr. and Mrs. Williams, stop what? What do you mean stop it? We'll go through, let's go through it play by play. Then they say they were playing with chalk. Okay, the chalk, when I saw it, I saw no drawings. I saw no chalk on the patio.
210.
See, okay, there is a gas fireplace, okay? But even though it's gas, it could possibly still burn wood. But
Copy, I'm sorry, can you repeat the tag, the address?
then
Yeah, that's not the tag.
it was stated they had a potbelly stove in the enclosed patio area. You can see there's a hood, there's a vent. And, I mean,
Yeah, make on this?
430206 East, cross of K12, 43020. 6 East, unknown person switched performance phone with
purple lights, which one was taken out?
strange odor and substance coming from the phone, tech 446.
The potbelly stove? If that potbelly stove was removed, what is vented to the location where that potbelly stove was? That would be like them leaving an open thing for animals and rain and dust and dirt and everything to go through into the home. That would, I mean, if it's, well, the ventilation that's on top of that house looks brand spanking new. It looks brand new, folks. Watchman, are you on here? Okay, well, in regards to the old homeowner, the one that sold the home, well, some of the comments that she made before were debunked also. I mean, she said the gates were automatic. Those gates were not automatic, folks. I showed that one that day that I went there because she said they were automatic. Okay. She said that law enforcement was staying inside the home across the street, and she stated that while on a live video on the Chris Thorne show. She also stated that the ring camera across the street could see the kids coming in and out of the front door of that home. No, because of the way that they parked their van. They parked their van across their front door. It hid it. What it would have done is it would have showed the side yard. But there were quite a few things that she stated that were not true.
Go ahead with the New York.
She said the side gate was broken too. Sweet one, you're asking information that the police won't release, but somebody saw it inside the home. there were, I don't know who, but, it was stated that somebody went into that home. I don't know who, whatever, but many people have stated that there was a potbelly stove in that home. There was a lot of stuff stated about that home. The lady y'all are talking about, her name is Brenda Glover. You can go back and listen to her interview on the Chris Thorne show. Yeah, that house was, that's right, exactly. That house was AKA a drug house. And if sources are correct, Brenda Glover was one of the growers at that home. And in my eyes, with the comments that Miss Glover made in regards to that home, she put the old owner of Caddy right across the street, she put Jesse's life at risk. And then somebody tried saying that I made the statement. No, she did. And she made it live on video. You can go watch where she states that he was allowing California City PD or the FBI to stay in his home. And that's not information you release about somebody, especially in a case like this, because you have 2 children that are missing. It's been stated that it was foul play, okay?
Black eyes, 5'6", and it is also valid. His address is New York.
Yeah, trust me, I don't have anything against marijuana, especially for medicinal purposes. I'm all for medical marijuana. It saves lives. I know people are going to say, oh, yeah, sure, you're full of crap. No, it does. It saves so many lives that it's unbelievable,
186 Kristen assault BLS, Severn Avenue, Town Avenue.
Yeah, see, at one point, I can't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was somebody from the CSI or somebody at that location that talked about 2 fireplaces, but one's a fireplace, one's a potbelly. I mean, I'm not going to argue about it, but hey. Anyways, we'll go back to where we were, folks, before it all came about, this potbelly stove. But, so, he went looking for the boys. He came back. He sat there. They did the interview. The interview was far from what a believable interview, And that's not just my thoughts. That's FBI forensics. That's law enforcement. That's all over. She said there wasn't a secret room, and there was another gentleman that lived in that house that said there was a secret room in that home. You know, I mean, but old folks, all we need to do is we need to find out where them boys are. You know, my gut, I know, not under, you know, AV News Crew, but my gut feeling, you know, and hey, I'm gonna be straight up honest. I'm very streetwise, you know.
44237 Calvin Avenue, 44237 Calvin
I was not always a nice guy.
Large group of male, black and female black adults fighting and working the street. Ongoing issue with safety peace.
You know, I was on the wrong side of the law for a long time. You know, but even when I was on the wrong side of the law, I understood something, which a lot of people don't understand. If you're a crook, if you're a lawbreaker, if that's how you made your money, that was your job, okay, was to break the law. But what a lot of people don't get is if that's your job, that's law enforcement's job to catch you. So don't hate when you get caught. And her interview, well, the one from tonight, she was on Watchmen's. Probably, I want to say a week or two after the boys went missing, supposedly. She was on the Chris Thorne show.
186, copy, cancel ambulance, please.
Copy. Person, take 115, squad 100.
What? Fuller Mary, a Walker.
Take ALS, northbound 14, south of the Princess. Hey, attack.
What? Hold on. Oh no, folks. Hey, you know what? We'd love to have everybody on here, but you know, we are one of those groups where we keep the drama out. You know, this is where I need to be. I need to be over here getting a new car. I really do need to buy a new one. And, you know, if I miss your question, people, please, you know, pop it up a couple times or put it all in capitals and maybe I'll catch it. I won't take it as you're yelling at me because, hey, I type in all caps sometimes too. I need to get a new car so I can start racking miles on another car. I need to give my poor Crown Vic a break.
Prior to Lombo Boulevard, Santa Fe Avenue.
You know. Oh, I would love to have a helicopter. But we'll go back to where we were, folks. After the interview, you know, there was a lot of stuff that went on. There were a lot of search warrants that were served at the home. And I don't know what video it's in, but it's in the middle of one of my videos where one of the days that we were there and
in a purple Q vehicle rammed into garage at Loeb, unknown apartment number, black short shirt and
you know, when they were there one day doing their search, and I asked, I said, "You're with CSI, correct?" And she says, "Yes." I said, "So, does that mean this is a crime scene?" And, you know, she said, "Sir, we only go out to crime scenes usually." So that must mean they definitely know more than we do about that location, folks.
Notification on 245 just occurred. Possible kids at the local.
You know, Cal City's been a hot spot for a lot of different types of crimes out there, folks. Yeah, you know. So, you know, they say that's a crime scene, you know. That place is considered a crime scene. They've searched that house multiple times. You know, we do know 100% that they were asked to take a polygraph, aka lie detector test. And they lawyered up. Lights. You're welcome. Have a good night. I mean, once they were asked to do the lie detector test, they lawyered up. Why would they lawyer up? If you go on duty runs and you watch the retired FBI agent that, you know, he stated most of the time when they lawyer up because they don't want to get caught for the crime.
Lancaster unit code 3 needed, possible 245 just occurred, 2600 West Avenue I, Ida, 2600 West Avenue I. At the Cinemark 22, informant is manager over her sister saying someone was choked out in the north hallway, has no obs, is in the office, no description, tag 453.
Oh my God,
response code 3 and more or less.
That's not good. They said somebody was choked out inside of the Cinemark.
Can find nothing. Can check call back and get a better location.
Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much.
112.6 response code 3, 112.6.
You know,
additional Lancaster unit 3 response code 3. Response code 3, 110.
I mean, they're definitely not eliminated. The adoptive parents are not eliminated. It's actually considered very suspicious and possible foul play. You know, so. You know, but we have to sit back and we have to watch. And what we got to do is we got to look and see what exactly happened, how it happened, when it happened. See, my thing is one of the biggest things I think that has this case so upside down and hard to figure out is the fact that we really do not know when these boys went missing. We don't know. And that's what makes it really, really hard to figure out what actually happened with this case, because we don't know the exact date. Maybe law enforcement does, but they're not going to give us that information, folks. That would not be a smart thing to do, is give out that type of information. But I'm sure,
150 is still available. I can't.
If it was me, I would wait till I knew
111 once again the code for 12 Adam rate
I had
45.
every piece of evidence that I needed to get a 100% conviction of these people. I would not even want to think about taking the chance of losing the case.
Where was that? So one of you made contact with her.
Because I'm guessing
It was probably the 4 times.
I'm guessing
Which driveway to go through.
they know a lot more than has been released, folks. You know, it's very frustrating for everybody.
Alright, copy.
It's extremely frustrating for people to not be able to get the information. But how frustrated would you really be if they were to arrest them tomorrow and next year it got thrown out of court on a technicality? See, and one of the other things that makes me think that they actually did something to those boys, I've reached out to that family. I've reached out to everybody in that family that I could. And I asked them to please contact me. All I will ask them is their name, have them spell it, and where we're at and why we're there. And give them open microphone. And everything they said will go out exactly how they stated it. So there would be, you know, but when you don't take opportunities like that, when they come knocking at your door, that is basically... Thank you, Robert's girl. Thank you so much for the super. That is... The media, if you're innocent, the media can be your best friend. But if you're guilty, media can be your worst enemy. And I truly think that they know that their days are numbered. I mean, Bakersfield, all the law enforcement entities involved in this case right now have their hands extremely full. Some of them even have their hands even more full, you know, because they're not larger entities. You know, but I myself, hey, if I was not guilty of what happened to them boys, I'm going to tell you something, folks. I would have been there asking every network in the world to cover my story. If I was any one of the West family, I would come forward and talk to the media.
114 George, go ahead.
Oh, you know, hey, you know, once everything starts coming forward, you know, it's not going to be nice for some people. Some people are going to have some really big issues that they're going to have to deal with.
Sam Edward 649074 checking. Santa Cruz 61 Adam Hamel 64 Adam assist 245 just occurred 12625 Sierra Highway 612 12-625 Sierra Highway, across the Sierra Vallejo Road. Former was hit with a bat by unknown person while dropping off a friend.
Oh,
Suspect
damn.
White 20s NFD. Informer inside his vehicle, a 2016 Chevy Sonic. Occurred 10 ago. Text message.
I don't.
That's where we're going.
Am I a journalist?
Quite a ways up the freeway. We're returning
I am
to that
more of an
location.
investigative reporter. I like doing the investigation part of it, you know. Writing,
114 George, did you say you have like a...
I've had to do it on many occasions. And as a matter of fact, I've been neglecting my online newspaper since
113 George. Correction.
we
114
started
George.
really working this case. I've neglected my newspaper, and it's, you know, I got to get back on that. I've neglected my Facebook page to keep these boys out there.
It comes back as an impounded vehicle. It should be at Clark and Howard. Shows a 30-day hold, dated 3/31, out of Lancaster Station. 112 George, 114 George, I'm sorry.
We actually, hey, you know, I was going to go in, but I think I'm going to wait because I forgot I had a drink in the car with me. I was going to go in and get coffee, but I think I'll leave that alone for a while. But it's... Yeah, Lewis. Hey, I understand that, you know. Even my 200 plus pound 6'2" individual, and when he goes missing, man, I trip out, man. I get scared. There's too much crime out here. You know? I mean,
46 points. Force log now. I'll be signing in at the graveyard unit.
46 points, go ahead and log segment.
no, if I... Let me see. Dancing Queen. Jacqueline already called in. I'm sure she didn't say it was her. See, I heard that Jacqueline called in on a show, but I have a hard time thinking that would be her, because that would be one thing that any attorney would tell her: do not say a word. Do not mention one word.
Well, you're going to be one Charles. That's your call me.
You know, yeah, see,
Help me. Sheriff Brown.
you know, I'm gonna give you guys a little information, okay? The courts are far from perfect, okay? Far, far from perfect. We had one child that loved the little girl with all my heart, and someday I will see her again, but I'm not going to mention her name. If she's watching, she knows exactly who I'm talking about. But we had one child. We had her for years. The biological mom got out of prison. Within months, the judge said, oh, yep, she's ready. Gave the child back to the mother, okay? We raised this little girl, I mean, since she was an infant. And that's another reason this gets to me. You know, I know where she's at. I know who she's with. But at some point, I know when she's of age, she'll come back. You know, because of the way her biological family was to her. You know, I don't want her to go through anything more than what she's going through already. But the little girl, she was a part of our family for a long time. And the judge literally ripped her out of our home, gave her back to the biological mom. The biological mom does not even have her at this point. The biological mom lost her again, and she's with one of the other family members. And that's one of the things about the system failing people. And anybody that knows me, do not put her name out there, please. Someday I know she'll be back. And I'll pray for her family. You know, charges could have been filed against her biological family, but what would that do? You know? It would hurt her more than anything.
Check your radio for an open mic.
We're waiting for the Metro link to go through, folks. Justin, don't bring that in here. That's just like bringing another group in, another channel. Don't even speak on them in here, por favor. Gracias. No, it's, they're over here dropping and picking up people. But, I mean, the courts are not perfect. They screw up a lot of times, everybody. And yeah, I know, but there's enough drama with different entities, Justin, as you know. All right, we get to go again in a minute. But truly, when you think about it, everybody, it's the way law entities work, the way the courts work. Oh, come on. Now the train is way, way gone. And we're stuck. Oh, there we go. You know, but everything's gonna wind up coming out. Rocket Fizz is open, so y'all know. Rocket Fizz is open till 10 p.m. And oh, just so you know, the last two that won the candy, it'll be mailed out tomorrow. Sorry. I've been going crazy, wacko, but it will be in the mail tomorrow, so you'll get it soon. For local individuals, we're going to be doing something else pretty soon. I got to go over and see though the management over at Gino's. We're going to be doing some gift certificates for Gino's Italian food in Lancaster and Palmdale. And I'm sure I can get. What do y'all think? On your locals, maybe I can start getting some contests going with some dinners and lunches and so forth like that at different locations. How about we maybe tomorrow, if somebody reminds me, maybe we'll do a giveaway for an AV News Crew tumbler. You know, you know, basically every day we get new missing persons reports. And if I'm correct, I think the young man's name was Adam. Was it Adam, the young kid that went missing, I think, like 13, 14 years old from Jane Reynolds Park? You know, I'll talk to our good partners over at
Lancaster Sheriff, Correction, Palmdale Sheriff. Palmdale Sheriff, we referred the call to them. Stand by, I'm still on landline getting through.
Uh-oh. I'm leaving Palmdale, now there's a call coming out for Palmdale. But, I mean, I'll talk to AV Stringers, AV Retro. Maybe we can get AV Retro to do a small system or something.
Location 45336 32nd Street West.
45336 32nd West. I don't know what that call is. Oh, Justin, you want a contest for admins? Admins and moderators? Well, I got one. It's a good one. Who can do the best job and put up the most scanner calls? But I don't know what the prize is besides a pat on the back. I don't know.
It means that there's manual process. Two or more persons.
I don't know. Hey,
there's some kind of correction coming.
For all those mods, for all the mods and admins and everything. Hold on a second, folks. I don't know who this is. Hold on. AV News Crew. Hey, what's happening? Hey, Joseph. Yeah. Let me call you in a little bit. I'm on live right now. All right. Okay, cool. Got it. No, I got it. It's in here. All right, boy. Apple's doing good. She's feeling better because I think she passed it off to me because I was sicker than a dog. 2 o'clock this morning, I felt like I was a pregnant woman that couldn't stop dry heaving. maybe, you know what? Hey, what would y'all think about that? Now, hey, maybe not. Hey, maybe we can do something here, folks. Maybe we can do a scanner, but maybe we can do it on a raffle through the nonprofit and do tickets for like $1, and we'll use all the funding that comes in from that to feed the needy and homeless. What would you all think about that? If y'all would be interested in that, $1, like $1 tickets, and we'll raffle off a scanner and maybe like a, raffle off a little package deal that'll have a scanner, a coffee cup, a mouse pad, and so forth. And then we'll use all that funding to feed the needy and homeless. If you guys would be good with that, hit a 1. All right, I see a whole lot of 1s. Okay. So, I'll get it together soon. And I'm sorry, admins and mods, but we're all excluded. But, I mean, even, hey, Justin, how much food gets distributed out when food gets distributed through the nonprofits we deal with? And one of the things we really like doing is we like dealing with the veterans also. My father's a vet. My brother Robert, he was a vet.
Engine 117 with squad 135, testing 2702 east of Lindbergh Street, 27th Street.
The sheriffs are on scene now. We're trying to ascertain what's going on.
Copy.
Justin, you're behind times on that. About dinner. We're all going to go to Rio Brazilian Grill for a dinner. And we're also going to start working with Andreas over at Rio Brazilian Grill in regards to a taco festival, a barbecue festival, a tour of the world festival. And another place that we're going to be dealing with a lot is we're going to be dealing with 4-point swap meet, because we're going to start doing food distributions over there again.
Yeah, I'm on 34.
Sorry, folks. I have a couple people messaging me. I'm going to meet up with a couple people here shortly. My father, he lives in Texas City, Texas to this day. He is, he's my hero. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for him. You know, I put that man through a lot. Oh man, he's been through a lot in life also. My mom, love her with all my heart. Barbara. My brother Robert, he is at Riverside National Cemetery. May he rest in peace. And we'll go find somewhere to park and wait for these people to show up over here. You know, heart disease. I don't even want to think about it, but I know at some point in time I'm going to have to go in. I call it the Roto-Rooter. But, you know, I know I got to go in and have a little cleaning up done. Oh, wow. What? They're closed? It's early. I wonder why. Wow. Rio Brazilian is closed. That's unusual. Here, we'll go look at a good-looking building instead of a side of a wall. This building's actually kind of cool. Well, I really, I'm down to just a little under 200 now. So I'm good.
They're still in the car. They haven't gone out yet.
I love that building right there. It's so cool. That's actually post office. Well, the post office is next door. This is like a museum now. But that would make a really, really cool home.
2234 early handle the 459 now 11014 Mansell Avenue.
Yeah, I was kind of a big boy. You know. I mean, right now I'm a little under 200, but I was 297, so that's close enough to 300 for me.
Aero monitoring, unable to respond with
Oh, I don't know what they're monitoring, but they're monitoring something. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Oh, yes. I had a big old belly for a long time.
033 Comstock Avenue, Unit C Charlie, also Whittier.
I went through kind of a rough life growing up, you know. But I wouldn't change anything in my life from what I've done, because if I changed one thing, if you think about it, you know, if you went back and changed one major event in your life, that would mean your whole life would be completely different than it is now. You know. And I would never change I wouldn't change it from what it was in the past because I learned from it. I made mistakes just like everybody else. Oh no. Hey, Deb Davis, I was big. No, I was big before. I was really big. I mean, if anybody wants to see what I looked like a couple of years ago, go on to my Facebook. And I posted the picture. Oh, what was it? Just yesterday or the day before?
65K advising of a 211 that just occurred approximately 20 minutes ago at 12625 Deer Highway in the city of Can Country.
Aaron, I was big, bro.
There's one suspect last seen
But I feel so much better now.
Deer Highway towards Steel Avenue and out of view.
You know,
The suspect is described as a male, white, approximately 20 years old. The male is 5'9".
DMX, yeah, I know he's in the hospital. And his isn't just the heart.
The suspect was seen wearing a black shirt and jeans.
But yeah, beer belly, but the only thing is I don't drink. You know, I thought it was funny because
were 6 debit cards in the name of Andrew Medina.
somebody said recently that I was an alcoholic and a drug addict.
Go ahead and drop the badge.
And somebody made a comment the other day that while I was going to the valley the other day, they said I sounded like I was drunk and high. You know, losing the weight's not that bad, folks, really. I mean, pick up that box of organic green tea from the 99-cent store. It has 80 bags in it. Okay. That'll be a 76-day supply. 26-day supply. Not 76, 26. But you drink 3 cups of green tea a day, no sweeteners, no sugar. Yeah, he did. And you can lose 15 pounds a month without dieting. And it really worked. My beautiful wife was about 200 pounds. You know, it really does work. Because a lot of our excess is water. Yeah, I'm kind of laid back now because before I used to be really stressed out, you know. Trust me, I stress sometimes now too, but I don't let myself stress like I used to. I used to really, really stress out, and stress is one of the number one killers in the world. You know? Love my freedom. The green tea is a detox. You know? By the way, folks, if you go to get the green tea and you're going to do it, Don't. Whoa, they're moving, huh? Wow, they were moving pretty good for a 15-mile-an-hour zone. OPSEC needs to slow down a little bit. But don't, if you go and get green tea, don't get the dietary one. Get the regular 100% organic green tea. It's a green and white box. You get 80 bags for $1. And it's actually, I mean, I like the taste of that one too. You know, I used to drink when I was younger. Now, I mean, if I go out to like my favorite places where I go to dinner and so forth like that, they're used to me ordering, you know, non-alcoholic drinks. You know, if I order a beer, I'm not ordering no Budweiser or Coors. Bring me a Heineken, you know, but that's only going to happen a couple times a year. And by the way, people, if you're diabetic and you're going to do the green tea diet, ask your doctor, because a lot of people don't know this. Ask your doctor about green tea if it will have any side effects with any of your diabetes medications.
1047, just 1 for me while I put out the specific call. Lancaster units code 3 needed. Back to the Cinemark, 2600 West Avenue, I-Ray at 923. Security guard on duty. 2 shots from a gray Nissan Altima 7 to go. Left going eastbound on I.
Uh-oh.
Not of the shooting, but heard it from the direction that the vehicle left. Tag 466. Mike, I can't respond.
All right, we're going to go see what we got there, folks.
12 way to respond code 3. 12 way.
They are now saying that, you know, earlier there was supposed to be a guy was choked out at Cinemark. Now they're saying that shots were fired over there. So I'm going to see if I can pass the person that I'm supposed to be waiting for and go ahead over there. But, you know, this is what I like about Lancaster. Look at how beautiful it looks out here, folks. You know? You know, so far it's been a mellow night.
Responding code to the Cinemark. I have an additional call. They are going to be related. It's a 415 business. Related to the tag. 453 related at 245 earlier. Our backfill of multiple guests that the male black with dreads has a 417 wearing a white shirt. However, 417 not seen. This is tag 464. 12 boy and 12 Palma copy. 619 Air Plate 3 Paul Young Boy 955 out of California. Close back clearing. Expired 32 of 21. However, the P&O is valid from 2/12/21 to 96 DMC.
I actually appreciate the Boulevard, and a lot of people do appreciate it. You know. What I don't appreciate is what I heard the other night, which I will talk about again.
4080 Highway across the Snag Canyon, number 25.
Is I was told that due to the Olympics, well, I'll give a little information first. Back in the 80s, number 291. Informed believes his neighbors are outside his or attempted to beat him up because he destroyed their camera system. In the 80s, they actually, because of the Olympics, they sent a lot of the homeless up here to the Antelope Valley. Well, guess what I was told is getting ready to happen again. I'm on my way. Nuh-uh. Okay. They didn't say that anybody was shot yet, though. They didn't say anybody was hit yet. What? Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, here's what the thing was. A little while ago, there was a call for a guy choked out laying in the hallway. And this is a retaliation on it, is what they're saying. He was choked out, laid out in the hallway. Yeah, someone choked him out and left him inside. Okay? Yeah, so this is a retaliation. So I'll be there in a couple minutes. Alrighty. Yep, I will. And hey, hit me on this line because I'm live. Alright? Alright. Okay. So, well, no wonder why he hasn't came over. And I'm betting that the OPSEC security guards that went by, I'm going to bet this is where they're at, folks. But anybody that just came in, welcome. Come on in, folks. Well, we're going to Cinemark. You guys heard the call a little bit ago about where somebody was possibly choked out inside Cinemark, and they weren't able to find the individual. Well, now apparently 3 individuals showed up back at the location, and they wound up with shots fired. So now we'll see what's happening here. You know, the other day, shots were fired over at the Dollar Tree. There's going to be a lot of action here, folks. Because apparently, I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully nobody was hit.
Previous influencia, code 3 is needed on Apostle 459 now. 23920 Creekside Road, 23920 Creekside at Nation Ford. Now white adult.
I'm just going to pull in there. I'm going to pull straight in where we can see where everything is at.
No one besides gender should be there. Tag is 316. Santa 3 being to respond to 3.
It does not look like there's a large law enforcement presence here.
66 point up your code.
But they do have a presence here.
DP now sitting in a silver van parked on the northwest side of the dealership. Is there an additional Santa Cruz unit to respond code 3? There's multiple units, unit and wireless only.
Robbie got it on film.
Hold on.
63 quarters left.
Hold on, folks. I'm going to climb out. I'll be back with you in a minute.
Janitors are still going to be inside the lift as well.
He was doing there was a 245. Everybody left, and all of a sudden, the same car but silver on the three circles around the parking lot, and all of a sudden he probably crashed. And then we thought he hit maybe the sort of divider.
That's affirmative, go ahead. Go with your van. Confirm the last two were 16, like 60. Clear. Current on an 04 Chevy.
I got that shit on
Andrew
video,
Williams,
bro. He's reviewing the
West
tape right
7
now from the live
Henry
feed.
15 out in Lancaster.
Not anymore. I
Two
just ended it. I just ended it.
Your box, you're welcome. Allen Creekside for the alarm company. It is GM of Bloke again. 1022 on that 459 Allen Creekside. San Antonio, copy.
With no lights. Go back over here. Yeah, no, there's been a call sheet.
I didn't see him. If you can
I was
fit
like,
it. If it doesn't fit, force it.
actually, you know, they did it pretty smart. Look how they did it. They put two together and then one on each side. Oh, other side. Hold on, folks. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Oh, you got them?
Yeah. That's why I said, hold on, hold on.
I said, he's gonna be happy.
Oh, that's a real one. That's okay, take it.
Wow.
How much room you got? Huh? You got room at home? Yeah?
Can we open
Here.
the trunk?
Big deal. Oh, here. Here.
Okay.
It's got the finger thing too. Just click it on there.
Yeah, I was trying to, but you gotta unlock doors. That's scary.
Yeah. Oh, what time is it? I'm ready to go home.
I knew it was gonna start getting crazy once they let the doors open.
Yeah, well. It's gonna get crazier and crazier. And now tell me something. How in the hell does Papa Biden know that?
937 Panic, 24988 Southern Oaks Drive, 24988 Southern Oaks, tag 317.
Hear that one, did you? Yeah, he released the information.
Show you acknowledged.
Ouch, shit. Now that they're back in school, they're having. We're gonna check the around, see if we can find the Jason, but I have a strong feeling that he hit one of the center medians driving like an ass. Yeah. He's doing.
Family units code 3 needed now to 40125 Kantara Drive, 4125 Kantara across the division. Former daughter-in-law made now to statements, took pills. A 417 locked herself in room, tag 346. Family unit wireless code 3.
Just the body broken paint, get it back into shape.
Family unit 3 less. 266 and 3 response code 3266.
We'll put a hood on it, we'll put a new tail light on it, and we'll just have it wrapped, because then we'll be.
Additional Family unit 40125 Kantara across the division. Please. Thank you. Response code 3263 release.
You know, you can buy it, once they total it, you can buy it back for like $500. Then dump another $1,000, $1,500 into it. You're in at $2,000, drive total it all off.
For the desk, 266 and 263 are the two units operating.
Deductible is only like $500 to $1,000, right?
Attention, Palmdale units, code 3 needed, now 19, possible 390, division in Q7, division street and avenue Q27. Male Hispanic adult in the middle of the road, possibly drunk, white and black shirt, blue jeans, tag 347. Unit and wireless, code 3, division in Q7. The 2 respond, code 3261.
Because every car right now is
Bundle unit division in Q7.
Division of what?
Q7.
No drunk in the middle of the street.
5 Adam, also respond code 3265 Adam.
The gas station. Where that guy got shot. And that's supposed to be an interesting one too. Because there's two bodies. But there's a shot. There's one running into the house.
Did you see my uniform, man? It looks almost the same. Just different patch. Yep. LAPD.
We just
That's
actually-
what they're called. LAPD.
We just got the approval yesterday from the feds.
When I started this new position, I had to go down to the uniform shop and they had to fit me.
Yeah.
Like everything together that they bought was like almost $900. The fucking shirt alone, the long sleeve shirt, one shirt was like $150.
Apollo Cincere should be in full effect within months.
Nice.
We got all the licensing. This, George, is the licensing.
Nice. I must get my CCW or my firearm permit for security.
I'm going for CCW.
Yeah, I could too.
I'm going for it. Yeah, because of the fact that
Because apparently with living out in Kern County, it's a lot easier to get CCW
Yeah.
than it is in LA County.
Oh yeah. Well, go to Cal City. Get smoke blunts and carry it down.
Believe it or not, Robbie's
When
pretty
we-
clean.
When we went, when we did this search, you know, like a big search for our examples went on. I'm standing there, and the chief is right where you are. And the girl next to him was burning the blunt. Talking to him. What the fuck is that?
Center for units in Canyon Country code 3 needed now to our 17849 Wild Ridge Lane. 17849 Wild Ridge, across the Lost Springs. Male Sonic 23, not breathing, possible overdose. Tech 319, Canyon Country units, respond code 3. 6105, respond code 361.
No.
Additional unit,
The gun shop.
65 and 5, respond code 365. 61's responding from the junction and 66, your 927 panic on Southern Oaks, you get 1022 for the alarm company.
His wife, the chief, and one of his spouses as co-owners for all the businesses.
Two 265 Adam 97, R19 Division and Q7.
I know, I'll probably go somewhere out there. Start another live stream here shortly. I know he's gonna check the parking lot. I'll probably go over there and show him where the area where
All right, everybody. I'll be back in a minute, but they're going to go search the parking lot and see if they can find any casings.
No 923.
There's been
Partial only good for.
I saw a Dollar Tree on this side.
that sound, just if you do want to look, not this row, not the second row, but the third, fourth row, all of that area down by probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 islands. So all those 2 islands right there.
77 912 Alcantara Drive.
Ooh, it's cold.
All right, Matt.
Yep.
I'll probably see you on the next one. If there is one.
Yeah. I'm probably going home soon. I was sick this morning, man.
267 97 out to Alcantara Drive.
Dry heaving and shit for hours. Oh, I was mad. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Just let me know when you need, because I get it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
Center for units for your 94 Wild Ridge.
Uh-oh.
Performance on co-op, possible choking, NFC. Center for units 15.
All right, sorry about that, folks, but yeah, the individual that was supposed to be meeting me,
42810 Fraser, Mountain Park Road.
he just told me that he actually,
Inside an older Ford F-150, threatening to
He
stab
was
him outside
here
of the parking lot while holding a pocket knife.
and
Male
saw
is now pumping gas.
the vehicle that was doing donuts and Apparently there was a 245. It was a female that was choked out inside. But here's my question for this place here. Okay. Well, why did their employees not know that somebody was laid out in one of their main hallways inside their location here? And the two individuals from OPSEC that went flying by us while we were sitting on the boulevard, folks, well, this is where they were going, but they came this way with, you know, no ambers or anything flashing flying down the boulevard.
261, turn on your traffic.
So that's a big no-no also.
Honda 261, turn on your traffic.
Oh my, what time? Is it only 9:30?
Frequencies are clear. 261.
No, it's 10:30. Okay, so my clock's wrong in the car.
Only in 261, code 6 and code 4, now 19 division, Q7, DP's GPH, code 4.
Well, there goes the highway patrol. He's moving. He's gonna pull somebody over.
Multiple units transmitting unit with a merchant.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he jumped behind a vehicle. There's a sheriff right there.
Only in station 23, King 4, advising code 4 now, store fires on scene, alley code 4, unit on dispatch 15 with traffic.
Oh my.
Unit on dispatch 15 with traffic.
Well, everybody, so it's been about 2 hours that we've been on here having a nice little chit chat.
Lancaster 111 early, channel 111 out the assist, 242 for 14 family now squad. 1709 Bowway, 1709 Bowway, cross up 20th west of East Henry 8. DP's brother, male, Hispanic 18, assaulted his sister outside in front, wearing a white shirt and a weapon. 20
Oh
go.
my God, okay. So we're not going home yet, folks. Apparently somebody just assaulted their sister. And they need ambulance.
765, code 4 now to arm Wildbridge, first on scene, Henley, code 4.
There goes OPSEC again. Here we go. Oh, there they are again too. Let's see how they take off here. And there's, now this I don't understand. Okay. H8 is to the left here, is where that assault just came out.
142, go ahead.
I didn't hear who was responding, but I know they asked for 902R, which is paramedics. So we'll go over and catch this call, folks.
The handle on a 40 just occurred 13107 Valley Boulevard 1317.
And then after this one, I am probably going to take myself home.
One can of beer from the store and rent. I know directions can to go.
Alright, now we got to find it here. I think this is H8 here.
Of employees. And your VIN comes back clear, expired 6/30 of 16 on a 2000 Dodge.
I think.
And
No, this is
7
Mentor
Edward
Way.
0747.
Now we got to go find them
Address
here.
on North Street in LA. 142.
Let's go see if we can find out where. It should be in here
Okay,
somewhere.
your 40 call in that minute in your box.
No. Lamar, okay. Where are we at? So I'm going to guess it's going to be we're going to have to go to the left and then go to the right.
4 advising code 4. Anyone actually does it code 4.
This is actually H8. And this is 17th. So it should have been right around here. So I don't see anywhere where anybody's yelling or screaming or anything like that, so I'll turn around and drive back through. But I know they said 17th and H8. Let me see here. Hold on. Oh, I dropped it.
Affirm, go ahead.
I'm going to pull over.
Honda 2616, go ahead with the California plate. I copy 7 Charlie David, Charlie 333. And that plate is returning clear, and the current through July of 2021 on 2004 Toyota. So Jimmy Garcia Jr., 10124 Small Avenue, apartment 4 in Tahunga. 216. Go 152, status on the 1020 Mary to your plate, 152. Conducting a traffic stop Pioneer in Washington.
th West. Hold on, folks. I'm searching here to see where exactly it's at. H8.
Six is 97 Real Palm Mills Tag 346.
So it should be left. Let's find out. All right. So we'll go this way and see if we find it over this way. Yeah, I think it's going to be up here. Because it appears that they are staging. That looks like fire department is staging.
I'm going to be 72 scale on Bowie.
We'll back up and park right here. Because at this point, paramedics are here, fire department's here, but I do not see any law enforcement. Here we go. Here comes law enforcement right there. There's one. There's two. It'll be a minute.
I think it's code for a traffic stop. Pioneer, Washington, detaining one. It is code for Pioneer, Washington.
You can see right there. It appears it's going to be the second house up.
No, Arcanis, 46 Helmine, re-advising, code 4, 4492 vehicle. They're going to be detaining it in code 4.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to turn around and face the opposite direction. So I'm actually facing toward the scene instead of away from it. And we're going to face the camera the opposite direction.
510, put it at 2236 hours.
There we go. You can see the house up there. Alright. There don't appear to be anything major here, folks. So everybody have a blessed one. I'm out. Yep, it's nothing there. Apparently, fire's leaving, AMR's leaving, so maybe it was a verbal argument. Hopefully it was just verbal instead of, physical. But I am going home. I'm going to take myself home and get some rest tonight and be ready for tomorrow. But I will say this, folks. If any major calls come out, I will go back out.
Injury. 12 South Bulldock Avenue, cross of West 130th Street. 35 Adams, Santa Monica Fires 914 in. It's their incident 41.
Aaron, don't wish that on me right now. But everybody have a blessed one. Hopefully, if I come back on, it will send out the notifications. And for everybody, God bless everybody. Have a blessed night. And thank you, everybody, for making AV News Crew what it is. Because without everybody, it wouldn't happen. You know? Without the mods, it wouldn't happen. Without admins, without, you know, all you all, everybody. But I'm sure Apple will be happy that I'm coming in early. I gotta move JJ's car. I got it all jacked up parking. I'm gonna guess it's gonna wind up totaled because the estimate we got for repairs, believe it or not, folks, the estimate we got was $8,600 and something to repair his vehicle back into decent shape. I'm home, folks. God bless you all. God bless everybody. I'm going to go in and spend some time with the wife. I'm going to spend some time with my grandkids. You know, I think it's about time I eat some dinner too, huh? That would probably be advisable before I wind up getting sick from not eating. And I will say it once again. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Have a blessed night. I will tell Boss Lady y'all said hello. And we will talk to y'all soon. And you guys.
The unit that advises 3 identified.